Hey, all of y'all. I've missed y'all so much. I am going to be going through the Scholastic that we sent home. There's like not a couple, there's more than a couple, but I'm going to go through two of them. So the first one I'm going to go through is Messy Eater. I tore this off of my packet. I don't know if y'all did, but I did. And it says, this is a King Kaju. It lives in the rainforest. When it eats fruit, it makes a mess. That's good for the forest, though. And that kind of threw me off, though, because when I eat, if I make a mess, that's not good, is it? Because then we got to clean it. And nobody likes to clean. I do not. That's why I try to eat as neat as possible. I'm like, okay, let's see what the first page has to say to us, y'all. Okay, so I'm on this page right here. And it says, this messy eater drops seeds. Okay, when you make a mess with your food, do people tell you to stop? No one stops a kinkajou. That's a good thing. Its messiness helps plants grow. Let's think about that for a second. It said that it drops seeds when it eats. And seeds create like other flowers and plants that other animals can eat and strive off of. So maybe that's why. What do y'all think? Think about that for a second. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. We're going to be at seeds need to travel. The kinkajou lives in the forest. The rainforest is a wet, warm habitat. Okay, habitat is like the area that it lives in. I'm trying to think. Like our habitat would be, we're kind of like in a rural or like a city area, and that's how we live. So like their habitat is the forest, and that's how they live and they survive and they adapt to the changes that their home habitat builds for them. With an amazing variety of plants and animals, it has hundreds of kinds of fruits, trees, and their fruit is full of seeds. So the fruit trees have bunches of seeds for them to eat, and I guess like it creates more and more as it goes. Those seeds can grow into new trees, but they need to find a new place with plenty of room to grow. That's where the kinkajou's messy eating comes in handy. Let's see. Snack attack. It's like our snack time. Everybody attacks their food. Okay, a kinkajou is sleeping in a hole in a tree. It wakes up. It has a snack attack. It wants fruit and a lot of it. Have y'all ever had that happen where you wake up and you're just so hungry you just go through everything in your house? You're like, well, maybe I want a brownie, or maybe I want pineapple, or maybe I want a cookie. That happens to me all the time. That just happened to me. I just woke up and my friend was like, do you want to go get food? And I was like, oh, Chick-fil-A. And so that's where I went. And that is my snack. Okay. It jumps from branch to branch searching for fruit. When it finds a juicy fruit like a fig or papaya, it's ready to eat. Have any of y'all ever ate a fig or a papaya? I've watched this movie the other day, and it had a fig in it. But I don't think I've eaten either of those. I may have had a papaya before, but I know I've never eaten a fig. It is ready to eat. It travels to a branch of a nearby tree to enjoy its snack alone. Then it tears the fruit open and eats fast. So it's like that. It eats super fast. The seeds fall on the ground. Here, the seeds have what they need to grow into new trees. Sometimes the kinkajou does something even messier. It eats upside down. Can y'all imagine that? Eating upside down? Think about that for a second. Your body would have to flip and you'd be like this. I could not do that. I know I could not do that. It wraps its tail around a branch and hangs there as it devours a piece of fruit. Devours. What do you think of when you hear devours? What does that sound like? There as it devours a piece of fruit. It's like whenever it eats it so fast there's nothing left. Like it eats it and nothing is left. It's kind of like us when we eat snacks. Like we devour it. Like we're just so hungry we just eat it all. Dropping the seeds, it's worse than a messy baby in a high chair. Have you ever seen a baby eat in a high chair and they get everything all over the table, and they put their hands in it, and they're just like messy. Very, very messy. Seeds spread other ways. Of course. Not all the seeds end up on the ground. The kinkajou swallows some. This helps the rainforest too. Imagine the kinkajou eats a fig from a tree. So he's eating a fig from a tree. The fig and some of its seeds move through the kinkajou's body. And by the time the kinkajou poops, it has traveled far from the fig tree. So he's traveling as he's ate. And once he does what he needs to do, all of a sudden he is spreading fig seeds everywhere because he's traveled. So it's no longer in the same spot he started. So let's say he started here, and that's where he ate it first. He travels over here, and he does what he needs to do, and all of a sudden the seeds are all the way over here now. They traveled that fast thanks to the kinkajou. How interesting. The seeds in its poop fall to the ground and sink in. Warm rain will water the seeds. A new fig tree can grow far from the first fig tree. That's another way the kinkajou helps more rainforest trees grow. I said go. Grow. So he's helping them grow by traveling and eating them. A big player. The kinkajou is very important to the rainforest. Scientists call it a keystone species. Okay, a keystone species. If they are calling this kinkajou right here a keystone, does that mean they're super important? Think about that. Do we think they're super important to the rainforest? Ooh, that means that many living creatures depend on it. So it's very important. The kinkajou is very important. It's a keystone species. Others depend on him. Just like you depend on one another sometimes for help. Without the kinkajou's messy snack attack, the rainforest would have fewer trees. Thanks, kinkajou. Keep up your messy ways. How interesting. Without him, the rainforest would not be able to spread out and do what it needs to do, I guess, and grow and flourish. Seeds in a sweet package. The kinkajou, I'm right here. Sorry, y'all. I should have showed you that. The kinkajou eats these fruits. Do you see the seeds? Okay. So we have the fig right here, and the seeds are right there. And we have papaya, and the seeds are in the middle. Kind of like a cantaloupe. Have y'all ever seen a cantaloupe? A cantaloupe's similar to that. Like whenever you cut it open, all the seeds are in the middle, and you have to dig them out. Or like a pumpkin. Like you have to take them all out. And then passion fruit. I've had passion fruit. You see them right there? That is the seeds of those fruits. Think like a scientist. Fruit is sweet. How does that help its seeds get spread by animals? Hint. Remember that animals, like many kids, enjoy sweet things. Think about that, y'all. It says, how does that help its seeds get spread by animals? That's sweet. So let's think if that was us and we were the animal. I love sweets. I love cookies. I love brownies. I love anything sweet. I will eat it. I'll probably eat it before my food, honestly. Don't do that, though. But I love sweets. So if I was to keep eating all these sweets and I depended on them and they were my favorite, I would eat more of them, right? And then I would travel around and bebop and boo around, and I would be spreading them. So that's one way to think about it. But how would you think about that? So I'll read it one more time. Fruit is sweet. How does that help its seeds get spread by animals? Hint. Remember that animals, like many kids, enjoy sweet things. That's something to think about, isn't it? Let's see here. Let's see what the back has for us, y'all. Oh, do not forget to do the back right here. See, you got to read it. I'll read it to you, though, just so you have it. Read the chart showing how other animals spread seeds. Then answer the questions. So I'll read the chart to you. So we have a squirrel. I've seen those in trees. They kind of scare me. They eat acorns. They eat the seeds and they spread it. How's it spread? Berries. It buries it and forgets them. So it just like digs a hole, puts it on there, forgets that it's there. An elephant. I've seen one of these in my lifetime. I don't think we're going to see one of them walking down the street and boom. But we may. You never know. The world happens. Okay, it eats bananas. Wow. I did not know that, y'all. I did not know that. It poops them out. So that's the same as the kinkajou. What it does. And then a toucan, nutmeg. I've had nutmeg in like cookies and stuff. And a few other things. You put nutmeg, sometimes people put it in like pumpkin pies. But it eats the nutmeg seeds and then it eats the fruit and drops the seed. So it doesn't even eat the seed. It just drops it wherever it's eating it. So if that was us right here, we'd drop it, eat it. Okay, so do not forget to answer these questions right here. And then that is the first one of this little Scholastic. Okay, I'm going to read the second one to y'all here in a minute. And then y'all can read it with one of your family members or by yourself and see what else you notice that maybe I missed. Because sometimes, you know, I get a little out there and I miss some things. But I will come back with the second one.